not so much on YouTube, but you probably know me on Facebook. I wanted to share how to get started with essential oils for prepping specifically, because I honestly feel as preppers, if we don't have our health, we don't really have much, right? Like we can prep all the stuff in the world, but is it really going to matter if we don't have our health to back it up? So I'm going to share how I got started. I'm going to share why I share oils, and which I kind of did, the whole health thing. And then how doTERRA specifically has changed the trajectory of our life. So I will only be speaking on doTERRA oils today. And I'll talk about that in a little bit also. So I got started, I started prepping probably in 2000, well, about 10 years ago. So 2013. And then I was thinking about like, well, gosh, I really need to do something from home because the kids are growing up and I'm losing my child labor. They're moving out and I need something to do. And it was between doTERRA and Thrive Food, because it was something I could make some money from home and just kind of, give me a hobby, as it were. And I went to a blog conference and I had a friend just put this oil in my face and said, here, smell this. And I was like, wow, that's actually kind of amazing. And it happened at such a good time in my life that I was looking for something to do and it smelled good and it made me happy. So I just went all in. I started doTERRA to do the business. I started doTERRA because I knew that we were going to need a backup plan for our health and our health care, as it were. And so I got oils. I kind of figured I'd just buy them. They'd sit on the shelf if I needed them, and I would just get my friends and family to buy. And boy, was I wrong. It ended up being a life-changing choice in the trajectory of the path that my husband and my family and I went on. The little bottle of oil has really just done so much for us personally and financially. And I really quickly found that we needed the oils in our everyday life because we needed to be healthier. And because if we don't have our health, we really have nothing. So that was kind of how we got started. And that was actually 9 years ago this month. So the purpose of this class is to empower you. I want you to be able to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, as it were, on your healthcare. Now, am I talking about like if there's an emergency, you don't go to the doctor or the ER? No, I'm not talking about that at all. I am saying, though, that if your grandchild or your child has some ear problems, or if their temperature is high, or you are just dealing with some extra stress at work, there are tools that you can have in your toolbox that will help you. Now, I'm going to digress a little bit here and tell you the FDA doesn't allow me to say some things. So for words like ear discomfort, head discomfort, high temperature, I'm hoping that you can read between the lines and know exactly what I actually mean versus what I'm trying to say or what the FDA won't let us say. And if you want to know more, you can DM me and I can talk very candidly one-on-one with you. I just can't do it when I'm recording in class and I'm on social media. So we're going to talk about how to use oils, because a lot of us are still like, I know what these are, but I don't know how to use them. And also how to get the oils in your home, because it would not be doing you a service at all if I was just to share all this information and not tell you how to get oils on your prep shelf. So if you want to leave a comment below that you're registering, or contact me somehow to register and I can give you a giveaway, I'm going to need your email to do that. But if you're interested, just comment below. I don't want you to comment with your email because then everybody in the world will see it. So if you can DM me or find me on Facebook at Mama Couts, and you can DM me your email there, and I'll leave that giveaway open until, let's say, February 3rd. How's that work? So if you see this on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd of February, you can go ahead and comment or give me your email address and I'll enter you to register for the giveaway. And then I won't draw for the giveaway until the 3rd. So 3 cool things about oils. They are actually very safe. Now, again, I'm only talking about doTERRA. I'm not talking about any other brand. I'm not talking about the Walmart. I'm not talking about Dollar General. I'm not talking about TJ Maxx. I am only talking about this particular brand because it's what I know. It's what I trust. They are safe and natural, and there's no side effects and no addictions to them. The only thing that I would say is if you're addicted to them, it's probably because you like them so much. Like I have oils all over my house, everywhere. They're in the bathroom, they're in the kitchen, they're in the living room, they're in all the bedrooms, there's diffusers, like they're all over our house. It's just kind of our way of life. So in that sense, yes, I'll be very candid with you. They kind of can be addicting, but you're not going to have the side effects that you have from over-the-counter medications or prescription drugs. Not to say that those don't have a place, but as you start using oils, you start to realize oils actually work and you feel better using them. You don't have a lot of side effects, or any for that matter. Side effect would be maybe you felt happier because you used an oil, or the discomfort in your knee went away quicker and you didn't affect your liver because of using ibuprofen. They are the extracts from plants and they have amazing health benefits, and their doTERRA is certified pure tested grade. They're very pure and they're very potent. So peppermint is one of those oils that really is just multifaceted. It's good for cooling the body. It's good for stomach upset. It's going to relieve head tension. Hopefully, again, like I said, with the FDA, you can read between the lines and know what I'm actually trying to say. Essential oils are so effective. So they're more effective than modern medicine in the sense that those are man-made, and doTERRA, the word doTERRA literally means gift of the earth. They are oils from the plants that are made by God. And I hope that that doesn't offend you. I hope that that isn't something, that resonates with you, but it means gift of the earth. So it's amazing that we've got the scientists and the backing that people have, that they have figured out how to get the oils, and not even the scientists, the farmers that we deal with are all over the world. And we don't have any middleman. doTERRA only works directly with the farmer. And they've gone in and swooped in and saved tons of farms that were otherwise left behind by other companies, bigger companies, small companies. They just think, oh yeah, we'll help you. And then they don't. And so doTERRA has gone in and really helped these farmers out. So it's amazing that these farmers are so passionate about what they do, finding the oils and extracting the oils from the plants, working with doTERRA to get us the best product, meaning it's super effective because it's not going to be watered down. It's not going to be diluted. It's not going to be tampered with. It's what you get is what you get. If you have a bottle of frankincense, only frankincense is in that bottle. The essential oils are going to go through and get to the cell membrane. They cross the blood-brain barrier. They get into the actual cell membrane. And that is why it's so effective. When you take an over-the-counter medication like ibuprofen, for instance, which is, I've had experience in the past, and I was taking so much of it, I got an ulcer. I don't get ulcers from doing essential oils because I use the oil on where I need it, not taking ibuprofen for my headache and then having my gut torn up because I was taking so much of it. So On Guard is a really good one for this effectiveness. And you can go on pubmed.org and search On Guard, and you're going to find lots of information on what this can do for you. I can't say here because the FDA won't let me. I'll let you do your own research on that, but you're going to be very pleasantly surprised at what you find. So it's going to soothe your sore throat. You're going to have a healthy immune function, and it's actually really good for cleaning. I use it on all my countertops in my bathrooms and my kitchen. It's really good. You make it into like a Febreze type spray, and it's going to clean the air, or just put it in your diffuser. And I'll talk about that in a little bit too, but super, super effective. Our oils are actually very affordable, literally pennies per dose. When you really break it down, it's going to be so, I don't want to say cheap because cheap isn't a good word. They're just affordable, and much more affordable than traditional medical care. And our system, I think you can agree with me, is a little bit of a mess right now. So if we can stay out of the ER, not the ER, that's a bad example. If we can stay out of the walk-in clinic or the pediatrician's office by using oils, because not only are we able to take care of our family members at home, we're not having to go into the petri dish of germs that come with going into an office or a walk-in clinic. I can say that the one time that the oil didn't work for me, I was kind of concerned. I was having some stomach upset and I was having some pain on my side, and I just couldn't quite figure out what was going on. And so I actually went to the walk-in clinic and they couldn't help me. They sent me to the ER. And it wasn't horrible. Like I could drive myself and I was okay, but something just wasn't right. And the oil wasn't working for what I thought it should be working for. It was Digestin. And it turned out it was my appendix. So I obviously had to have my appendix out, and I was very thankful for modern medicine. But the fact that the oil didn't work told me that it was something bigger. I was listening to my body. I knew something wasn't right. And so I went and had it taken care of. Lavender is one of our most affordable oils, and it's also another one that's very multifaceted. Actually, I have a itch right here. I should probably put some lavender right here on my neck. Super good for allergies. It's good for like if you burn your hand while you're cooking or something like that. That's something that you just want to have on hand. Also good for helping toddlers sleep. Sometimes not so much, and they have the opposite effect. So there's another oil for that. Okay, so there are 3 ways to use oils that you might not know, or you might know. Some of you might be like, I don't even know how to use an oil, so why would I even have them? Well, you have me to help you with that, but let me explain. So the first way is aromatically. You can diffuse it or inhale it. So you can have a diffuser, put some oil in. Adaptive is really great for that. It helps. The nice thing about the diffuser is everybody in the room is going to benefit from having the oil in the diffuser. So say you've got the grandkids over and they're a little bit rambunctious, throw some adaptive or lavender in the diffuser and they're going to calm down. It's amazing. Another good way is to just take the bottle, put it in your hand like this, drop, drop, and rub your hands together. And just inhale. Just like that. That's aromatic use. And just calms you down. This oil is blend is Balance. It's very woodsy. It's amazing. I'm just going to feel so calm. Adaptive is also really good for cleansing the air. It's good for your respiratory system as well. So topical use is the greatest way to get it localized if you have an issue such as a sore knee, shoulder, you got head discomfort. Another really great tip is if you've got littles right behind their ear, if they're tugging on their ears, just take some tea tree and rub it right behind their ear. Don't ever put them in their ears or their eyes, anybody's ears or eyes for that matter. You can just put it right behind their ear. About every 20 minutes for a couple of hours. And I bet that it will take care of whatever discomfort is in there. Deep blue is amazing for soothing. It's kind of like not your mom's Bengay, as it were. It comes also in a rub and a stick, and it's a really great application for taking care of aches and pains and such. So now I'm going to talk about internal, which is a little bit controversial. Not all oils. I wouldn't actually trust any other oil that's out there for this reason, doTERRA is the only one that I would trust because I know it's the only one that's been tested enough to be okay. I have been using oils internally for all 9 years that I've been using oils, and I've got no side effects, no bad, nothing. There's been no fallout from that at all. I love putting oils in my water. I use drops under my tongue, like the frankincense or copaiba. Another really great way to tell if it's okay to use an oil. So I have this bottle of Balance right here. On the back is just some information and a QR code. A bottle that's okay to have in your water or in your food internally is going to have the supplemental facts, just like the ones you find at the grocery store on your food there. That's what's going to be on the oil. It's going to tell you what's in it. It's going to tell you if it's safe to ingest. And it makes it super easy to tell. Can I put this oil in my brownies? Can I put this oil in my, like oregano in my spaghetti sauce? Yes, you can. Can I put this Balance in my spaghetti sauce? No, it's not okay to take it internally. Well, look at that. Frankincense and copaiba. both of these are amazing for nervous system support. They are going to be really great for aches and pains. Frankincense, we call the king of oils. Copaiba would be very comparable in its constituents to CBD oil, actually. So then we have, I'm just going to go over a couple favorites, not all of them. There are 10 top favorites that I like for prepping and bug out bags specifically. Those are some of their classes that are coming up. I'm going to split those into 5 because it's a lot of information. And we'll talk about that on another day, but I'm going to touch on a couple that for right now. So Breathe Respiratory Support Blend is perfect for breathing. If something, you know, especially during the spring when you've got maybe allergies stuff going on. Also fall and winter when there's other stuff that might be going on. You just rub it on your chest or put it in the diffuser and it's going to help open up those lungs. We do have a stick that is a rub on, kind of like a Vicks vapor stick, I guess. We're not allowed to say that, but yeah, it's going to replace your Vicks stick. Digest Zen. This is the one that I used during my appendicitis, a little bit with that. I've also used this during food poisoning, which helped me get rid of whatever my body was trying to get rid of. It helped it get rid of it much quicker. So it was a little bit unsettling, but I knew that my body was responding the way it was supposed to. You may not know that doTERRA is actually more than just an oil company. We are also a wellness company. We have got all sorts of wonderful supplements that can help you on your wellness journey. This trio of vitamins, the Lifelong Vitality, is actually very great foundational support to get you on the right path. doTERRA has worked with many scientists and they've really come a long way and has got this just dialed in the sense that you don't expel a lot. Where if you buy Costco vitamins or the drugstore vitamins, you're most likely not absorbing hardly anything that you're taking. So while this price point tends to be, as my son would say, really expensive, but he's a millennial and everything's expensive, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you absorb most of it. I think the absorption rate is like, I don't know, close to 100%. It's probably like 95%. So you're not wasting it literally going down the drain. So we're going to talk a few testimonials, which I've shared a few of my testimonials. And if you've got any experience with oils, I'd love to hear what you have experienced. Also, if you've got any health concerns that you want to talk about off camera, I would be honored to help you figure out some answers to your questions and to your concerns, and we can get you all set up with whatever oils would work best for whatever your issues are, your concerns are. So there are 3 ways to purchase. There is retail. It's the most expensive. You really only pay retail if you're going to like a drugstore and they happen to have doTERRA on the shelf. Friends don't let friends buy retail, honestly. So the next step would be wholesale. And that's to get the best products at the best prices. It's kind of like a Costco membership. You get 25% off or below the retail prices. That is just a $35 membership and you can get whatever oils you want. And then the third way would be a starter kit. We have a few starter kits, many different price points to fit your budget. Also, depending on what your concerns are, what you're trying to accomplish. This is wholesale with a deeper discount. I can't even get the starter kit price that you would get. I can't even get that. And also the membership fee is then waived. So I started actually with just a wholesale account, and then I bought my kit a few days later because I bought the cheapest kit. And if I was starting today, I would definitely go with a bigger kit so that I wasn't wasting that $35 on nothing. I mean, it wasn't nothing, it was my membership, but why not get the kit and have a free membership? So this is a really quick special that is only for this class. Well, this month, actually, I guess. You have 5 days from the time of watching this class to get this deal. It does run all month. So if you're watching this class on the 25th or the 23rd of February, you can still get this by the end of the month. But for right now. It's just for right now. So you're going to get, if you purchase a kit of 200 PV or more, which PV is like dollar, that's a whole nother topic and I don't want to bore you. You get all of this for free. You get the diffuser, you get the DigestZen soft gels, the DigestZen oil, and the adaptive oil, which we talked about. Really great for the diffuser, really good at an Epsom salt bath. DigestZen if you've got some gut issues, the diffuser right there for your adaptive already, and it's digest and de-stress. You're going to be so set up. And this is only through me. I don't know what other people have got going on, but because of a leadership program that I'm in with doTERRA, the adaptive and the diffuser are only through me. And there's a way to get some free doTERRA dollars also. Way too much information to spew on you. So if you want another $100 in free stuff, we can talk about that too. So this is a Natural Solutions kit. Now, this kit, I'm telling you, if I knew then what I know now, this is like the best kit. It's got your foundational vitamins. It's got your Deep Blue Stick, which is for your knee, your aches and pains that you can throw in the go bag. The Correct-X right here, this right here. I don't know if that's pointing at it. That is like your ointment for like cuts and stuff. You've got your oils. There are a ton of oils there. How many are there? 10 oils. Perfect for your starter kit. Those are the top 10 oils that I would talk about. Your gut health for your PB Assist and your Terrazyme, which is going to go with your DigestZen. Hand sanitizer. The On Guard protective gels are really great for keeping your immune system healthy. And then the On Guard toothpaste, again, best toothpaste ever. Doesn't really super foamy if you like cinnamon. It kind of reminds me of Big Red gum. Super yummy and no fluoride. So if you want that kit, scan this little QR code over here, and that will take you to the shopping cart that also will include all of this as well. So that's quite a deal. I would be getting a kit today if I were me, because $160 in free stuff with a potential of another 100. So then this is a Healthy Start kit. It's kind of a little basic. It's small bottles, 5 mLs of the 10 basics. And you get this little itty bitty diffuser, which is really a cute diffuser. With this kit, you would also get the adaptive oil, but not the diffuser or the DigestZen stuff. So just the adaptive oil, which still isn't a bad idea because then you can use it in the diffuser here. It's a little bit of savings of about $25, plus you're not having to pay for a membership. So if you want that kit, use this little QR code. Now, this is the new kit on the block, and I've been using this for about 4 months. A lot of people have had a ton of success losing weight on this MetaPower system. It's a collagen metabolic support. I have not had success in losing weight, but I can tell you I've got brain function is working really well, and I have post-concussion syndrome, so my brain functioning is way more important than my weight. I'm sleeping better at night. I'm getting my creativity back. I'm happier. I'm just overall feeling really great. And there's something else going on with my weight and my gut, which is why my weight isn't coming off, and I'm not concerned. I think that MetaPower, the collagen, is going to go to where your body needs it most first. This is a very complete collagen with also NMN. And there's a lot of scientific stuff on that. And I'm actually going to be having the class that's the Preppers Health is going to cover this entire system. So if that's something that you would like to know more about, it's going to help you with your sleep, your cognitive function, your emotions, metabolic health, sugar cravings, all of these things. This is the kit that you're going to want. Go ahead and click that QR code. And I've added the Lifelong Vitality onto this kit. So you have a complete system. And with all of that, you will get the free diffuser, the free DigestZen gels, the free DigestZen 15 ml, and the 15 ml of adaptive, all included. So that's, again, a really good deal. So this is a savings of about $59, and then you get the $160 worth of stuff. I would really love to connect with you, and I really would love to get on texting with you or phone, and I really would want to have you let me know, trust me with what your concerns are so that I can get a customized plan, 30, 60, and 90-day plan for you so we can get the answers that you're looking for and not just buy a box of oils and just put it on the shelf and forget about it, because that's not going to serve you. And you also need to know how to use them so that if the internet goes down and you don't have Google or you don't have access to me, you know how to use the oils. But again, it comes down to your health. If you are worth it, your health is worth it. And if all the preps in the world are not going to matter if you don't have your health. So there's 3 types of people. This is where I'm going to pause for just a second. You're welcome to stay. I'm going to talk about the opportunity that doTERRA has. I'm not going to judge if you can't stay. But if this resonates with you and you're really digging what I'm saying and you might want to share this with a friend, stick around. We're going to talk a little bit about the business. I'm going to take a sip of water. So there's 3 types of people in doTERRA. There's those that live the wellness lifestyle. They literally just purchase their oils, which is about 85 to 90% of doTERRA customers. They just want the wellness lifestyle. They just want to get their oils. They want to be left alone, ask questions when they want, need answers. And that's really about it. There's a few that want to just share to get the products paid for. So you get to a certain point, you're like, I'm good. I'm getting a paycheck just enough to cover what I'm spending. And that's all I need. I just want to have free product, which is amazing, right? Free is always a good thing. There's lots of free stuff to be had today. So doTERRA is very giving in that way. Then the third group are builders, what we call builders. They want to earn an income. They want to make a global impact. They want to retire their husband. They have a really big why. They want to, pay off a car. They want to pay down debt. They want to just really make this their lifestyle. You can start by hosting a class. I can do what this is for you, whether it be Zoom or maybe in your home. And we get together with some of your friends and we talk about oils. It's super fun. It's much more fun when we're sitting in the living room and I'm passing around the oil and you can just smell it and pass it around and touch them and feel them and know what they're like versus just doing a YouTube or a Zoom class. I want to thank you so much for coming. This is, I was a little bit preemptive on the business part. So business part is next. So if you have any questions, text me at this number and I would be honored to help you figure out what kit you need, what oils you need, what product you want to start with. And I can send you all the information that you need and get you started. And just don't forget that from 5 days from the day that you watch this is how long you have for that freebie stuff at the beginning. And that's not me, that's a doTERRA thing. You only have 5 days. So this is the number to text me at. It's my business number. It's a Middle Tennessee number. So if you're in Middle Tennessee, I can come see you. All right, so now is going to be the business portion. So I appreciate you showing up and I honor you for your time and I thank you for showing up. And if you're interested, let's continue. So the joy of sharing oils. Why doTERRA and why now? Did you know that doTERRA was actually founded during 2008 and the crash that happened then and all of the mess that was happening in that year? We are the largest essential oil company in the world, the most tested and the most trusted oils in the market, used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. They work directly with the farmers, like I was saying earlier, and it's been amazing to watch some of the testimonies. There was one farmer or a village that really just, what doTERRA said, what do you need from us? And they said they needed water. That's all they needed. So doTERRA went in and drilled some wells. And so where these people were originally walking 4 or 5 miles a day water and then come back with their big jugs of water, which were practically empty by the time they got back from sloshing around, they were able to just go and turn on a tap and fill their jugs. And that precious time that was being wasted while they were going back and forth, their kids were able to go to the school that doTERRA built. So it's really near and dear to my heart because they have such a global impact and they think about everybody else but themselves. The compensation plan is like none other out there. You can do all the research you want about network marketing, and I'm going to be very secure in my saying doTERRA's is the best. You won't make the kind of money that you can make with any other network marketing company as you can with doTERRA. The sky is the limit. They have the highest retention rate of any network marketing company out there at the rate of 65%. What does that mean? It means that 65% of the people that have purchased an oil purchase again within 3 months. They're privately owned and they also are debt-free. The community that doTERRA brings, some of my best friends are in my doTERRA family. And it's been amazing to connect with them and work alongside them and literally be with them for years. So some of the questions that you might have for me: how do I make the money? Show me the money. How much time does it take me to make money? And what is the next step? Like, where do I get started? So how do you make money? Well, you can share oils by sampling them, teach the classes like what I'm doing here. And actually, if you choose to do this, I will come alongside you and help you and teach your first few classes. There's a process to it, but I'm not going to just say, here, go out there and teach classes without helping you learn. I'm not going to do that. I come alongside you and we do it together. After teaching, you enroll. Just like after this class, you're going to say, hey, I want a kit. Let's get started. And that's enrolling. And then you support them, just like I'm going to support you. You get your kit. You're going to get your kit in the mail. Then we're going to have a conversation about how to open that box, get those oils, open it on you, and support you every step of the way. How much time is involved? Well, it depends on what you want and what your goals are. If you just want some extra cash, maybe a couple $100 a month, 3 to 5 hours a week. If you want to supplement your income and you're needing a little bit more than just a couple $100 a month, maybe you want to pay your mortgage, you're going to need to do about 5 to 15 hours a week. And if you want to replace your income completely, you're going to need to do some work. And it's not going to be like icing, it's not going to be like an ice cakewalk, right? I'm not going to candy coat it, but it's going to be totally worth it. So worth it. It has been the best decision I have ever made, was saying I'm all in. I'm all in with what this is going to do for my life. Because I can tell you that if I had not said I'm all in 9 years ago, I would still be where I was 9 years ago. But because I said I'm all in, my mindset has changed. My relationship with money has changed. My relationship with my husband has changed. And we are where we never dreamt we could ever be 9 years ago. If you had told me where I was today, I would have said there's no way. But there is a way. And I said I'm all in. And this has been the result of it. So what do you need to do next? Well, you need to get that wholesale account that we talked about, which is going to be your beginner kit, your starter kit. And that can be whatever oils you need. There's also a program or a way to get the oils that you need. There's a minimum that you need to buy before they waive your fee. So if you don't want to get a kit and there's something specific you want to work on, we can do that. And I'll message me and I'll get you started on that. And then I plug you into our training resources. We don't just throw you to the wolves. I get to walk by you, with you, next to you, step by step. Sometimes I might be pushing you up the hill because you're going to want to quit, and I'm not going to let you. Never quit on a bad day. But it is the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my whole life, aside from parenting and homeschooling. Okay, and marrying my husband. I'm just saying it's given me purpose. And it is this job that has brought me, not a job. I don't call it a job. It is what has brought me to all of you and helps me to connect with all of you. And it's just been an amazing journey. And if it wasn't for doTERRA, I wouldn't be where I am, and I wouldn't know who you are. I wouldn't be having the relationship that I have with my followers and my readers. There's nothing negative. I've not got one negative thing to say about doTERRA. So thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring. I am honoring you for taking the time out of your day to watch and be here. And I appreciate you. And I can't wait for you to take that first step of getting your kit and what it's going to do for you and your health and your family. Take care.